right, hello people. You're welcome to Truth Hurts podcast, and when it's Truth Hurts podcast, we have those fun conversations, those entertaining and of course educative conversations. We say it the way it's supposed to be said. We have fun, lots of laughs, and today we're going to be tackling a very, very important topic: parenting. And today we are asking ourselves the question: how do you make a parent-child relationship special? You make it nice, one that is safe, one that is okay for the parents and the child. And we have parents here, and it's only normal that we get to find out from them. I'll start with you, Madam Quinta. How many beginner yet?
Okay, thank you very much.
They actually begin.
Thank you first.
Okay.
So far, so good. Have a baby girl.
Okay.
So, do not spare the rod and spoil the child. They used to flog us. And you see, from this tender age, if a child does something you ignore, now so they'll carry on to their old age. Pikin go destroys on scene, you are like, person want to say no, leave on a pikin. It must not always be a pikin. If a child touches something, you know that this child should not touch this thing. You tell the child, don't touch. He go touch him. Mama, don't touch that thing. If you can touch her, what's the next option? What's the next available option? I see somebody waving some small sting. Because the first thing me know say, okay, when you do this, you feel small pain. Then if you stink, the pain only increase, it only intensify. They don't touch. When you say don't touch, it's like you're telling the child to go and touch. Don't touch, go and touch. You know, take them to another level. Now, so our parents they raised we, and today I can say we are the way we are because of the training we got from our parents. Now we grow for context where your neighbor beats you, then tell you say when your parents come back, you will see. Let me share you this story. My neighbors and I went to one farm, very far farm, to harvest mangoes. The man is an HM. No, we went to the man, our neighbor's farm. The farm is really, really far. And then night meet up with inside that farm.
Yeah.
Come back our house, our neighbor na HM. He whip we. You know when they whip you, you know so when he finish whip you, you still go and tell your parents to whip you again. And then it's not even like the man is beating you. You're telling the man, okay, when you give me so I go to mommy. You already know that after this beating, the next available flight, now we are mommy. I'll go to them. Come up here, go right for Bali. Go harvest mangoes. Then you know what he did. He carried the bags. He trashed the mangoes. We not chop one.
Child, that's in the hot.
I said one, so not even see seeds for the mango. He threw everything.
Very toxic HM.
That's to calculate how we'll come over house. We'll work our food, go Bali. That's the farm is really, really far. Then at times I used to sit and ask myself this question: what if we really go over this? Like, what to neck them? Because those stories we already have.
Yeah, that's true. Chopping fingers.
But why the HM not take the mango go with them back to a house? Why you see the mango already in the
The man is our neighbor. You see, that was the best punishment. The best punishment that you give you. Next time you should know, you think about Bali. Can you go there? If you even open up, if I have thought to cross Bali.
But you only talk about go Bali. Who say wanna be come off for go Bali? You only talk go Bali. Where wanna come on go Bali?
We just don't wait for quarter.
For which place? Which part of the town?
Now
you only say go Bali. How wanna do come on go this Bali?
If I say the corner say doctor, because normally for that very farm, we're supposed to chop the mango.
Exactly.
We chop the one fish per day.
Okay. They wanna carry some.
Carry two bags there.
Okay. I'm talking about chop.
And then the iron is actually carrying the mango, depress the mango. So a portion, most of the mango we don't even spoil before I reach all the stuff. So Pangu carry the mango each way and they will be well.
Shout out to you, Pangu.
No, Pangu is a good parent.
Mommy Pam, you know if you believe say the pikin and come over here, go for them and farm for Bali, if you go harvest mango, 7 o'clock, we're on our way. That he met us on our way because they don't actually mobilize, they can't find dry, strong head pikin. He was very calm. Where are the picking them? When I really go for this, so if they catch na cut na neck, if they catch na rape na, if they kill na, they will say never know about na whereabout because I think we told one neighbor that person will be keeping on standby. So the region the radar, as we not even get football, the tape has been the radar. Even radar how. So it was really that nice.
It will be an organized crime.
The radar that is here we.
Okay, now the person say that.
Yes, we were clear.
When the camera
asked, sorry, they go not talk. So 6 o'clock now, Pangu camera plays on the dark. We still there for the chop on mango. They discuss the camera. They will be spotted Pangu from a distance. It's over for us. Man flogged us very well. So I think that it's time for parents to go back to the drawing board. It's important. You see
Thank you.
parenting nowadays. Most parents say, oh, not touch my pikin do something. Can't tell me. That's some things you say, child, you say pikin will do something. You did think for first wait me the parents come by, so no, let me flog. But just because the parent has want you not ever touch my pikin do I wait to not touch it. We don't live this society of don't touch my pikin, no touch my pikin for nothing. If you do not wait to not beat it. That you see the gravity of the wrong. You see the gravity of the crime, but you know one beat because you just feel like okay, if I
You want to touch it. I'm not true. Yeah,
I don't talk to anything my pikin do. That you say pikin do. We were talking about children having sex. We talk about young pikin, you want pass, you see them, they struggle, they kiss themselves. But if you want to correct this bush, mommy will say no, I don't talk. Say if you see my pikin do something,
can't tell me, no touch my pikin.
I will slap you, so you lost it. Or two. If this activity your friends not shake immediately, I'm saying no food, you know.
Your hair go,
When you sleep, so you still feel the slap where you slap you right from 11 a.m. 11 p.m. You see that slap, you see come up your ear, the way come and shake because of the Jesus. So they slap me. So will you ever do it again? No. Never. When things happen, we just ignore. You see, pikin, she's doing something wrong, something you should address. But because you want to, you don't want spoil, they begin to know. I don't want me. Another thing to face. I don't want me.
They talk really touch Madam Quinta. I
don't want.
Calm down, what works for your children? What works for you and your kids? How many kids do you have? What works for you? Okay, more do I make
I want you to say no, really get story there.
I don't want you and King go through to I go through.
Okay.
That's one thing too.
I mean, other people that picking they don't go through what you go through as well. Yeah.
Because you attended lycée, you tell yourself, okay, I know my picking attend lycée. Who told you that going to lycée you won't be successful? We go for the lycée, we used to harvest mangoes on our way home, we used to do a lot of funny things, but most of us we are good today. Now you say, I know why my picking go lycée because me I go lycée, my picking not supposed to fetch water because me I fetch water. It's just normal growth. That's the process. And then if you have that opportunity to, okay, my picking will go through, but make them know that, okay, one day you might have to go through this. One day you might quit the sin. We are not praying for that, but just erase your picking understand. So, okay, maybe tomorrow I'll tell her, no, see, mommy, will this child be able to cope?
Of course. True. Very, very true.
Let me drink my alcohol.
Mommy,
drink alcohol.
Digest the candy.
What works for you? How many kids do you have and what works for you? How do you make that another relationship be healthy and special?
I'm a proud mother of 3.
Aww.
You don't look like it at all.
Not me. How you doing? How would I run out?
And in the space of 4 years, I had 3 babies. Yes.
Wow.
What's the secret?
No, this is 5, 4, the third, the second 3, the third 2. So,
Wow.
yes. I think the best calm way to bring your kids up is just to come interact with your kids. Be nice to them, be friendly with them. Don't create an atmosphere of a distance between parent and children, because that will make them not to open up to you as a parent. So you just need to, be free. When your picking get that impression, say the two of us serious as a parent, you think something way if you save a life or something way if it destroy in a family, go tell a neighbor or you will go tell madam.
True.
And one problem where I feel say really destroy the relationship between parents and children now, because will be this generation for women now. Most of us, one over impress the community, one be that career woman, one be the top for whatever business we do, you follow on social media, you just want over so concentrate for that your work to the level where you forget say tomorrow bell will ring, where the picking they don't be for front you and you get some defense for answer up. Now that picking the way they be thing where you show for after you don't make all your name whatever, after you don't justify yourself as a worker here or there, or you have traveled left and right, your kids are just an output of who you are. So I think as a parent, you really need to invest some time to be around these kids. Work with them, Don't take all the work tasks you give to house help because you love your kids. That's not love. You're spoiling them. Train them. Make them understand that when you get up in the morning, after brushing your teeth, you can fix your bed, you can go to the kitchen, you can try to sweep. Even at the age of 4, a child can. I remember for back then for Como, I mean, the come to say we be 9 years.
Okay.
We will go farm, and our farm they no be being a farm way. You just
They
come
know
on
their
here,
own
go
house.
reach to
Nice
carry food.
show.
They have to share with that story. I
Hey,
remember.
you the trek so you know, your back food go hot.
Yeah.
By the time you want to reach farm, we don't already tired.
But you still work.
And you still work, and you go still work, do maybe you'll find some water for some stream for corner farm, wash, then do
Continue.
come, you return back for your own way, don't tire so they finish.
Or even carry big bag. I thought me forget the part for
Cassava,
carry
sweet yam.
cassava. No, that was sign a corn.
Carry
Na corn, na
carry
beans,
food,
or Irish
carry-
potato. Very big bag. That goes small.
So she made a very important point. Most of we with the situation that we go through back then, we always be like, my child no go, my pikin no go, and we stress ourselves wanting to impress people around
Who
us
do not care.
who don't even bother. We want to send our kids to those big schools, and finally we see ourselves in debt. We want to do this, we want to, go watch TikTok and Instagram and finally see us buying those expensive things for our kids. Just because we want to just console ourselves that we are doing what the parents should do. Because social media is telling us how to take care of us. No.
Yeah.
Let's not forget, just be you, be a real parent, do what you think is very good. Don't imitate, don't copy. Just be that real parent and be able not to spare the rod.
And spoil the child.
Excellent. What we've heard from women, from ladies. Let's now hear from a father, his own perspective. How do you do it for house? How do you handle? How many kids do you have already?
How
And how
you
do you keep
run
the
out?
relationship special? How do you maintain order in your home?
Okay, I got 2 kids. My son is turning 9, and the kid sister is turning 5. So there's a big gap between the two. Now, just to be in context, I'm sure we're talking about parenting, we're talking about father and mother.
Sure.
Okay. I know, because at the end of the day, we are seeing over the world, so people should understand that we're talking about mother and father.
Yes.
Before we
Not
begin,
father and father.
before father, mother. So let's be in context. So, and also, I think let's also put in context the standard family. I know some are single parents, and so most might explain based on their experience, but I think at the end of the day, based on where we come from, we wish our children to have what is standard. Now, situation can put you on the other side, but we are trying to educate them on what's
standard.
best. I think the first thing I'm going to say is, I think we've missed the point between evolution and fundamentals.
Okay.
What I'm saying is, parenting is a fundamental. As much as time passes, it evolves because there's a time. Previously, there were no phones, but sometimes we are focused on the evolution and we forget the fundamental. For instance, what was aimed at this? And so even though things are changing, how do we work to still aim at this? I think that's where parents miss the point, because now it's more of like, everybody has a smartphone, let me give him a smartphone. The question is, why are you giving a smartphone? The moment you've understood the fundamental, you realize that you begin to regulate a couple of things.
Yeah.
Now, in parenting, I always say, my kids, they know that I'm the tough person. Like, okay, when you're coming to me, you need to be straight. They know. And I do it intentionally because I want them to understand that their mother and myself, we don't come from the same angle. They
That's
always
right.
have to understand that they can say yes here and this person says no.
Yeah.
They understand that there's a divergence of opinion. They have to understand. 2, I want us to also understand that because there's evolution, it's not everything that you explain to your child. Yes, it's good to have a conversation, but trust you me, there are some things you just need to say no.
And that's it.
When God was telling Abraham that sacrifice your son, it didn't make sense in his mind. But he said, if what God said, let me do. I'm convinced that Abraham was asking himself questions. But is this thing normal? But he said, let me do it. Which means that we can't, because also one of the things that has killed that special relationship with kids is when we make them feel that they can have it their way.
Yeah.
I see it because kids manipulate from the first month.
Okay.
You'll be amazed.
From the first month.
I speak this from because I studied human resource. I did public, so when it masculine is, and I have almost 10-year experience in human resource development. So, and part of the courses is psychology. I'll put, for instance, a newborn baby doesn't want the bed. I have situation mothers can confirm.
Yeah.
Where the moment they test the parents' bed, they refuse. It's 1 month, 2 months. But when you put on this bed, he sleeps. When you put on, it means
On
that
the other bed, they don't sleep.
children from 1 month, you just that they don't express themselves, but they know what they want.
Exactly.
And they know to fight for what they want.
Okay.
Children at 3 months, 4 months, you come to carry, he looks at you and say, and looks at another person and say, it means that they have the ability to make a choice. That is where mothers, I'll put it, but let them not take me that. Mothers have always thought that those children don't think. They have a choice, they have an understanding. And so, at a certain point in time, you don't convert. There are moments you need to convert, but there are moments you just need to tell them that no. Because when a child understands that my parents are unpredictable, they toe the line every time they're around you. Because the worst thing you can do is that let a child think that they know how to get to you. And so that's why I have a different turn of events from the way the mother of the kids manage them, because they know that they can get a yes here and it comes to me, you say no. So they know that it's always never a win-win because they never see me coming. And I like that fact because it permits them that they have to, if they have to actually play on us, they have to become double wiser because I'm also thinking every day. So it's to say that we grew up in a time where information was very limited, so we had what was given to us. And what was given to us was good for us. Now we're in a time where technology has come out, and what is not good for us is available.
Yeah.
But we know what is good for them. So we need to be around to filter what is good for them. We don't now say, no be na technology, no be na freedom. No. The same, because the Bible we read today was written in, I think, in feathers. Which means that if we read it, it means that the principles that were applied back then in the Bible are applied now.
Yeah.
And that's the problem I have with most parents, that no, yes, my kids, for instance, they all have access to tablets. My kid, for instance, he has YouTube, but I put YouTube on his age, and I linked it to my YouTube. So I have access to everything is open, because every time he accesses something, he sends me a message that says he's about to do it. Do I approve? If I approve, I put the password of my phone before he can access it. Which means that he has a tablet like every other person.
Yeah.
But he's controlled. There are days when I say, okay, you can do this, but know that if I give you this and you abuse it, I will not give it to you again. I beat him. There was a time, like I was saying, a stranger came to the house. Somebody was coming to the house, good intention though, rang the bell, and he opened the gate, because I've always told him that, listen, when you don't go to the gate, or if you go, don't open. And so somebody just came to the gate. I passed them by where I was going out, and they were coming to take some things from the house, and then they rang the bell, he just opened. Then I came back and I asked him that, why did he open the gate? He said, because the people said open. I said, I'm coming back. I went, came back, I removed my belt, and I gave him the beating.
Yes.
Now, let me tell you what is happening today. Even when the mother rings the bell, he goes and says, it's mom, should I open? The mother gets angry, but he's gotten the lesson. He now knows that anytime he has to ask permission to open the gate.
Open the gate. Yeah.
Even sometimes when I come and ring the bell, he'll come, you open, you look, you see it's me, you say, is daddy? Then you open. It has become a new reflex now. You say, is daddy? Now, when he does that and I come in and I say, that's good. In his mind, he's happy that he's left from, because that's the special. He realized that, okay, I've left from, I did this and they shouted at me and I'm doing this and it's good. So he understands that it's not always bad. That means when it's good, I say, listen, you did well.
Yeah.
When it's bad, I say, because when kids know that, they get the appreciation, like they get the discipline.
They get excited.
So they get excited. And so they always want to get to that point, like, especially when they've done something bad, they're trying to see how they can switch.
Yeah.
And that's where that special relationship comes. The special relationship is not, because parents feel that special relationship is giving them everything they want.
No.
Your
Cannot
daughter, you
believe-
can, a kid you slap today, the next minute that she's crying, somebody wants to say come, she runs back and comes to you. It means that she's conscious.
Exactly.
But if you are not conscious of your role as a parent, you rather the one who pay, because they are manipulative. It's normal. If a child wants biscuit, you get into a shop, the child sees biscuit. It's not necessarily because she was hungry to eat biscuit, she just saw biscuit. And she's like, I want it. I just say no. I don't need to give you why, whether I have money, I don't have money. It is, I'm not giving it to you.
Well, let's get to another point of this special relationship thing. I'm sure you didn't give us a chaotic on it. Honestly speaking, another thing about creating special relationship is having a certain level of bonding, away from all the corrections and the rest, where you and your child can, that familiarity environment. And some parents are taking it to the problem, to the level of displaying affection to the level where they are kissing their children. I saw a man being dragged on social media weeks back, and people were like, this is not even just a kiss that you're giving your child on the cheek. You're literally swallowing that daughter of yours' lips. Do you know anything? You say, why create special bond? Mommy buy, daddy buy, the one way daddy the whole your mom kiss and all.
You really want me countryman like me talk? No. Well, I mean, the question is because, of course, I said this. The last time I was telling you that I am from that era where we call wa panaba. It's not even daddy. So even kissing, come around those things. You get it? I love you. How do I even know about I love you? Of course, love was shown more than said. In our days, it was not more. It was not about saying I love you. No. It was showing it. That's why most of the time my own perspective of love goes away from it goes away from just saying things. It's about showing them. And I've had a lot of relationship problems because of those things. Like I will not say I love you, but I'll do it.
You don't mean say go mess up with your relationship. You go mess up with your relationship. Say you have problems with relationship.
No. I'm just trying to say.
Showing love.
See, I'm just trying. You see.
Look at.
See, you don't talk this thing right. We're talking about showing love to kids and parents and all. From my time when I was growing up, I've had a kind of event. Not even bother with 30. I don't already go. I don't finish. I'm the ancestor now. Now I have had a couple of different eras in my life, and most of them they have been more of serial discipline, but it was a show of love. I'll call two which are not so pleasant, but they have shaped me. Now, growing up, I used to be very bitter with especially my mom, because she would beat me a lot, more than every other child. Like they send all Pekin, they send all man, hey, run go sell the pop. They want deny. If I deny, they go beat me. Go watch the pan them. Everybody will say no, but if I refuse, they'll beat me. And I used to feel so. Exactly. So at the end of the day, I mean, I didn't really notice that until when my mom passed on, and then I still continued living life. Then I moved from the village. I went to Bamenda first, and at the time I was still very scared and always quiet, very calm. And I happened to live with another person who was also very vocal like that. She would talk a lot. One of the first few months I was in Bamenda, I go through a lot. Like I will say for bar. And there are times that he would tell me, say, go do this thing. When I do, I try to not do I'm right. He go holler me, coach me, tell me, say, see you monkey, I pick you from gutter. Yeah, you see, the thing is, I want to explain things. I am linking up the two scenarios. Okay. You get it? This is not very pleasant. My mom used to, just correct me. She was now being abusive and all. But these two scenarios, them that say, all of them meant good. One person they talk and for another way, another person they talk am for another. With this other lady, it's simply because that's her way of saying it, and it was very bad. But then all the time it was more about not do this thing, do this other thing, not do this thing, do this other thing. And when I finally left this environment, then I got now to a place where I needed to take decisions for myself. I started to reflect a lot on those things that I used to hear and see because of that hardness where they put them on me. And then when I want to do some wrong thing, I'll go back to right. It go for the level where even when I went back to my auntie place of Bamenda, for Christmas Day, I don't already be like 25 and above. Christmas Day, I know they see one come up for go drink me, but for outside for go hang out with my friend them. Because my subconscious mind already know say, I don't get to come out house. And it be helping me a lot because the way I live today, I am very okay with being alone, living life alone, hanging out with people, and knowing how to cut excesses, knowing how to not, abuse people, knowing how to reflect and do what's right because you are scared that there will be consequences, whether or not you see them. So I simply try for making me understand. I am talking from a perspective of somebody who has been disciplined, not be somebody who is not disciplined person.
Okay,
yes, exactly.
Soon, very soon. But so that's what you talk about and say, okay, the discipline so it work. But once it's just some of you do and we are picking them, it work. Yeah. But honestly, can we really parent our children exactly the same way we were parenting? If you really raise for picking exactly like that, and then it work.
It'd be very possible.
It work for you.
I think like I said initially that there is
yes,
evolution
it's possible.
And there's a fundamental.
Yeah.
The truth is that the times today and the opportunities today, you can't do that. But let me tell you certain things that I do for my kid, for instance. I'm consciously allowing them wear their dress and overwear their dress.
Yeah.
I have a problem with their mother who is always telling me, we need to change. I tell them that, no, allow them, put them on so they understand what it feels to put on the dress and it gets done. I want them, for me, it's not the fact that we can't, it's that I want them to have that sensation and be appreciative of the fact that you can put on the dress, it gets tight and all that, and you see the way it is. Because we grew up to know you could wear, you knew how to organize your dress.
That clothes is here, but that's it fine clothes.
So sometimes I do, their mom will be like, okay, no, get them new clothes. I said no. So that sometimes she feels like I'm too hard, but I'm saying no. If you are not there, because how do they cope? They need to understand that I can sew a dress. They need to understand that life goes above the dressing. You understand? That's why I say when you stick to the fundamental, as much as we evolve, for sure.
The fundamentals must be there.
We didn't have smart TVs or TVs at all.
You.
Today there are TVs, so you cannot actually stop a child from watching TV. But you need to understand that are the values. Because now the truth is that the responsibility now is supposed to be double instead of people feeling that they're supposed to be carefree. Because we grew up where it was community raising kids. Now it's any man for himself, God for we all.
Exactly.
Especially in a tough time and a tough economy, someone will not raise your child for you. 2, you have the influence that will come to the child if you want or not, because the kids now, because when you send your child to school, like in a community school where they were, every child knew every parent knew everything, so it was basically living from home to meet in school. Today, every child from different angle coming, which means that a child in his house where Salopa is a normal day will keep saying Salopa in the class.
Yeah.
So you need to always make the child understand Salopa is bad. So that when he gets to class, somebody says Salopa, he will say, Daddy, my classmate says Salopa. So you have the information. I say, what did you say? I say, okay, next idea is Salopa. Tell him that it's not a good word.
And I think parenting has a lot to do with, how you live. Living by example, just like Chili was saying and singing, be an example. It's very important. Most people feel like you can teach somebody something else and do something else. Yeah, that's not true. It doesn't even happen like that.
Especially with children.
Exactly. The truth is that no matter how well you teach a child right, the child is definitely going to pick those things that you do. And he's not going to tell you. He doesn't do them around you. What he picks from you, he will not do it around you. He will do it when he's with other people. And then he comes back to you and then you start reflecting, but hey, maybe you're going to see this for me. So if you want to be a good parent, you need to shape your life in a way that you are an example. It's very important.
Well, let's take a quick jingle break while we come back and continue with Chili and the rest of the crew, because this parenting of the topic is so in-depth. It's such
Money
a large,
for, I think money will chop my
vast
chop.
one. Because at the end of the day,
energy they needed.
I'm like, sit down, before we go on a break, I beg.
Okay, we don't go,